hope that's correct. You can see my grey hairs now. This is not good. Let's refresh my page. See if I'm there. Oh, I am. You can see, oh my God, look at all those greys. I don't know if I like this, all these greys. Okay, right. I'm, good morning. What are we? Well, we're about 5'2". I tell you what, we're getting good at this. This is, can you see my face, or are you, it's kind of like, okay. Oh God, that's got, oh, no, oh, my goodness me, hang on. It's not bad. Right, okay, right, good morning, good morning, good morning. If I just move that and you focused on my boobs, that's better. Right, okay. Don't really just want boobs on camera. Right, it's one of those mornings. We've had 3 policemen at the door so far this morning. It's been all excitement down our road. Apparently some idiots walked down the road. We've got feedback because I haven't turned the volume off. Hang on. There we go. Right, turn the volume off. Morning Kit, morning, oh Amy, good morning. Morning Tracy, morning Gail. Gail, I will get a catalogue out to you this week. They've now arrived. I'm busy making bookmarks to go in everybody's catalogues that have requested them, so they're going out again this week. Right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, as I was saying, policeman on the doorstep this morning. And apparently somebody went down the road last night, or some people, smashing the wing mirrors off cars. Thank goodness. I definitely have an attitude of gratitude this morning for lots of things, but my car was left intact, so that's great. I'm a really happy bunny about that. So was Ash's, so was Amy's, and so was Tom's. Tom's was out the back. Ash's and Amy's were parked over the road, so that's cool. But hey, yeah, so we got asked if we'd seen anything, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, all this went on about 11 o'clock apparently last night while I was curled up in the lounge with the window open, but watching Les Mis with the volume, like I should imagine the whole of the street could hear it, because the music is just incredible. I did put a post on, what's your favourite song? Jenny McCormack, oh my God, One Day More. Find my post, read her comment. Jenny, not just yet darling, because we love you lots. Yeah, that kind of sparked a debate about a whole, what are you going to have played at your funeral? That was kind of like, what are you going to have played at your funeral? Do you know? I know what I'm having. I want Hello Again by Neil Diamond. That's kind of what I want. It's special because it was played at my nan's funeral, and it's a really special song, reminds me of her. And yeah, so kind of like we started about what was your favourite musical and the music and what was your favourite song, and then we got to what you haven't played at your funeral, which was quite random, sort of 11 o'clock-ish at night, but hey, it's all good. Discussion and debate is all good. I'm all for discussion and debate, which is really great. I also love if I post up and go, you know, favourite flowers, what's in your garden, and everybody just puts, oh my God, it's so beautiful, so jealous some of the flowers people have got in their gardens at the moment, and in vases. If anybody truly out there would like to make my week, if a bouquet of peonies appeared, that would just be, randomly gorgeous, but there you go. So yeah, so peonies. Wow, guess what happened this week? Guess, can you guess? I had a delivery from Mr. Brown. So Monday, it was like a cat on hot bricks, waiting for Mr. Brown to arrive. 5:45. I mean, honestly, it's not right to keep a girl waiting all day, is it? Do you agree with me? Morning, Heather. Morning, Baz. It's not right to keep a girl waiting all day, is it? 5:45 for a delivery. I ask you. It's the whole day gone. It's not fair. But I only had a couple of items to myself in this box. The box is my kits for my customers this month, coffee and card kit, so they're all prepped. They're in a pile there. Don't know if you can see that behind me, but that's where they are. So they're in a pile. Morning, Diana. Good morning again, darling, from a cold and rainy Cape Town in South Africa. Do you want to know what? It's cold and rainy here in Bridgewater in Somerset this morning. I am back in winter clothes. I've got jeans on, I've got a double t-shirt on. My God, I was walking around in my shorts and now it's cold and horrible. And last night I even put the heating on. So, darling, you have my every sympathy. Yeah, cold and horrible is not good, is it? But there you go. Tracy Gaines, gutted. You can't get mine till next month. Tracy, you will get it. You will get it. Morning, Lisa. I'm just thinking the heating should go on. This is ridiculous, isn't it? June, and we're all going, it's cold and we should put the heating on. Yeah, I'm seriously considering it. Anyway, back to the peonies. Wow. Wow is all I can say. So I'm going to turn the camera around and down. Right, ready? So we're going, got to do this without, yeah, round and down. Oh, I'm getting quite good at this now. And I tell you what, Baz, look, we can even get it up the right way. Right, hang on. Let's just stand up and alter the camera a minute. I've discovered it's sometimes easier to move the stand. Whoops. And everything else. Right. What's our view like? What can you see? Oh, we're pretty good. We're pretty in. You can see the bottom. Let's move it down a bit. So I'm just moving this down a bit because I kind of want to be working on that. I'm trying to finish my swaps. Last month was beautiful, and this month, instead of flaming June, it's washout June. This is true. Baz, I haven't got any swaps to do. So I haven't, morning Louise, I haven't got to do any, which is quite a relief actually, in amongst everything else. So Baz is doing swaps for a team. We were all supposed to be away last weekend in Birmingham, the team that I belong to. We were going to an event and funnily enough, it's been cancelled. No idea why, but hey, it's been cancelled. So our wonderful upline has doubled her workload and gone, I know, let's do a virtual event. So she's doing an amazing job. Kudos to her. And, oh, that was I'm glad you can't see that. Amy, I know you're watching. Can you get me some kitchen towel? Because I have just managed to spill my cup of tea all over the unit. I really need some kitchen towel. And now I have wet jeans. That's not good, is it? Oh my gosh, is it Monday morning again? Hang on, there's movement from upstairs. Thank God she's on her way downstairs. That's really good. There is kind of like, what a disaster to happen live on camera. Only me. Oh my God, I'm soaking. Right, hang on a minute. Just bear with me. I'm going to keep talking while we're doing this. Amy's about to dash into the lounge with the kitchen towel. I am absolutely soaking. Well, the good news is it's not on the paper, so that's absolutely fine. It was on a mat, but it's fast heading towards my computer, which is the bit I was really worried about. Right, so I'm not worried about my jeans. Are you fixed, Jan? Yeah, I'm fixed. Thanks, darling. Oh my goodness me, are you all laughing now? Yeah, if it, do you know what? I kind of think it waits for me to go live, and then these things are going to happen. Honestly, if it's going to happen to anybody, it's going to happen to me, isn't it? And, you know, do you know what? That's cool, because I'll laugh along with you, all right? Because that kind of just sums up my life, really. Oh, but there you go. It's a Miranda Hart moment. Oh, don't you just love Miranda Hart? Actually, I have to say, yeah, I kind of have those moments. Oh, and I've left definitely. Right, okay. Right, okay, I have kitchen towel and we're fine and it's all tidy, which is good. Oh my goodness me, what a hoot. But this doesn't happen to those professionals on the telly, you know, does it? Oh dear, perhaps I should, you know, relinquish any ideas of grandeur and perhaps going on a professional TV channel. Oh, that's made you all laugh this morning. I'm so pleased it's made you all laugh. Oh, I was really looking forward to my cup of tea. Right, never mind. Right, okay, we're back to normal. Business has resumed again. Right, so in front of you, thank God you couldn't see that, and my jeans are soaked, but we're going to carry on. It's fine. I can sit in wet jeans for you lot. Okay, right, so I did that this week too. Didn't get away with it though. All over the cards I just finished making. Linda, I never put my tea on the same desk I'm working on because I have been there and done that, and I learned from my mistakes. So my tea is kind of got 2 desks which kind of create an L shape, and my tea is on the side desk. Yeah, perhaps I should invest in one of those Tommy Tippy cups. What do you reckon? Put my tea in a Tommy Tippy cup. That would be... Nor do I. No, it's not good, is it? Oh my God, Jean, you just need to watch the replay of this. You've just joined. I have just managed to tip my tea all over me and the side desk. So we've had a bit of a Miranda Hart moment and everybody's been laughing. So, but you kind of need to watch that. But there you go. Right, so anyway, going back to what's in front of me, we've got the gorgeous Peony Garden suite in front of us. And it comes with... the suite is £90.25. The whole suite. You need it. There is no other way I can say this. You just need it. It just is beautiful. I've been waiting a long time for them to do peonies because they are my favourite flowers. And this is just beautiful. The dies are incredible. The lace doilies are incredible. The ribbon is beautiful. The gems are stunning. It just goes together so beautiful. And the DSP, yeah, there's going to be lots to cut and at least 1 pack to keep. For those of you that know me really well, they will know where that pack will be going. But there you go. Right, slurp of the tea. What's left anyway? So if you aren't a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you want the bargain of the century, I would, and you love this suite, I would join my team. If I wasn't already in my team, I would join my team. I would put this in my basket. It's £90.25. And currently, you are allowed £130 worth of product for £99, okay? So I would put the whole of this suite in my basket, which gives you the DSP, the gems, the ribbon, the doilies, the dies, the stamps. It just gives you everything in the suite. And you'd still have £39.75 worth of other goods to put in there. But that's not where it ends. You would then go through the catalogue, okay, and you would find your next favourite die and stamp set or punch and stamp set, and you would put those in your bundle and they would be completely free. So for me, I would be doing the Peony Garden, and then my free go-to bundle, let's see if I can find it just off the bat. Here we go, would be the World of Good. And I would be putting the Beautiful World Stamp and Die bundle, this one, into my my Stampin' Up joining basket as well. That would be, I would be one very happy crafter. That would make me incredibly happy. So I'm going to move the catalogue and I'm going to just do a very quick walkthrough. Insulated mug with Neil Diamond. Yes, Tracy Boone, it is going with Neil Diamond. You're quite right. I always have a drink on my mantle, then I have to move to it and it's not near my work yet. Wish I could do that, but with our exchange rate, I'd have to sell our home. Oh, Diana, and I'm not allowed to sell to you in South Africa either, darling. Otherwise, I would love to. I tell you what, PM me your address privately and I will send you today's card, okay? So Diana Fox, PM me your address and I will send you to today's card, okay? So yeah, Tracy, you're right. World of Good DSP is on back order. We've had such success with it. We're now waiting for the next shipment to come in. It will be in very soon. DSP never stays out of stock very long. And yeah, it's so beautiful. Everybody loves it. So right, let's move the catalogue. I'm trying to find a dry place for it, but there you go. Right, so as you can see, these, so we're opening them live on camera. These are, I've waited to open them specifically. Look at those. These are vellum doilies. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. Can you see how beautiful that is? That is absolutely stunning. Really beautiful. Oh, I've got lots of ideas for that already. So that's your vellum doilies that come in the suite. Then you've got your Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. More haste, less speed, I feel is needed this morning. Thank you so much. You will do. Brilliant. I like to make people smile, darling. It's why I do what I do. Right, so this is your Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. Look at that. That's so pretty. Yeah, gonna love using that. So that's the Dainty Diamonds that comes with the suite. Okay. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right, we can pop them to one side because I'm not using them. Let's just lift this up. These, oh, look at these. I'm a magnet for sparklies. I love a bit of sparkly. Look at those. So these are the gems. So there are, does it tell us how many? 90 gems. So you've got 30 of each. So 15 of each of the sizes. So you've got a pale pinkish one, a white opaque one, and then kind of like our, it's a different shape to our basic gems. It's really beautiful. We are going to be using those, but I'm going to pop them to one side. Or what else have I got under here? Right, let's look at this. I haven't opened this yet. I've waited to open it on camera. Let's see if I can do it without slicing the ribbon, shall we? Right, so let's get rid of that. Look at this. So this is grey granite metallic shimmery ribbon. Oh, do you know what this looks like? It's been done with the Winky Winky Stella pen. Hang on. Let's see if I can shed some more light. Look, can you see? It looks like somebody's gone over it with the Winky Winky pen. You've got to love a Winky Stella pen, really, haven't you? This is just beautiful. How many do you get of the doilies? Okay, Tracy, brilliant question. Hang on, darling. You get 24 doilies in that. So 24 doilies, 90 gems. You get 10 yards of this. This is stunning. This really does look like somebody's gone over it with a Winky Winky pen. I feel I might be adding that to my card today. Hang on, just need to move that over slightly. Right, so let's do a quick walkthrough of the DSP. So this is the front and this is the back, okay? So we've got front and back. So I'll move through, just grab two and you'll be able to see. So you've then got front and back, okay? Absolutely beautiful. So let's move through two again. Oh my gosh, look at that. Front and back, really beautiful. Could do with being kind of, yeah, brilliant. And then you've got front and back, absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Hang on, let's just move that out of the way. It's very dark here. Amy's just brought me down her makeup lamp to see if we can shine. Oh, Amy, I've dropped my doilies and I need them to shine a little bit of extra. Is that better? Is that, yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I need my, that I've just dropped. Thanks, darling. So we've got front, that's gorgeous, and back, okay? Right, let's go again. So we've got front and back, or front and back, whichever way you open your paper pack, to be quite honest, okay? And then we've got, oh my gosh, look at that beautiful marbling. So front and back, okay? And that's it. Oh. So, in the Stampin' Up world, we have something called Love It, Chop It, where we're supposed to cut our DSP up. DSP is our Pretty Designer Series paper. Oh, do I really want to cut that up? I'm not entirely sure. Right, let's put that to one side. You know, that's kind of like really gorgeous, isn't it? So, yeah, hang on, let's just move up to my, see if I can get the comments back to where they were. They were working really well, actually. Then I dropped my tea and everything's kind of, yeah. Right, so we've got this in front of us. So, oh, look at this mess on my desk. Right, I'm going to turn this over. This is the stamp set. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's got lots of bits in it. Okay, I've got lots of bits out. And when I ordered it in the catalogue, I missed something. Can you see this? Completely missed it. I saw all of this because that was the bit I wanted to see, but I missed this. Oh, wow, what a little gem this is. It's so gorgeous and so dainty. So we are using this today. We are using this today. We are using this today. And we are using this today, okay? So, so today's card that I'm making on screen is going to go to Diana in South Africa. The other card is going to be going to a friend of mine's mum. And she's just been through some major surgery. And I'm really pleased to say she's come out the other side, and the card today was made for her. So I'm really pleased about that. Right, let's move this on. These are your dies. So you've got your big die that cuts your big flower out. Then you've got all of these, okay? And this one cuts out your smaller flower. And then the rest of these all combine to make your peony. Apart from the edging, obviously. These cut the leaves out. It's just stunning. There is an instructional video to show you how to do it, and I will also do a video to show you how to do it. I'm going to pop this one back in there. If I know it came out of this gap. Right, okay, so if you're like me and you get really excited and you just yank these things out, here is a very top tip, okay? Instead of just yanking them out, because like you're so excited, I'm just going to take that one out a minute and then I can put this one back in. If instead of yanking them out, this is what you do. Gosh, it has to go in there because it came out of here. Do you get the feeling I was never any good at puzzles? Oh, I never had the patience. Right, okay. Do you know what? It's going like that. It's going in there and it's going back in the packet, and I will sort that later. So a top tip, when you get your dies, stick them on your printer, and if you can, photocopy them or take a picture of them, okay? And then you'll always know how to put them back. So I'm going to pop the dies to one side, okay? Just need to move my stool in slightly because when I spilt my tea, that's better. Oh, that's my knee. Right, kind of am in this little desk space, but this is really good. So I've got kind of lots of peonies printed here. We're going to use these today, but I need those. But I am going to print on screen for you. So I'm going to give you all the measurements to the bits you need before I show you the card. Okay. So you are going to need an A4 card base today. Okay, so it's A4. And you are going to score it at 14.9 centimetres or 5 7/8 of a centimetre. No, 5 7/8 of an inch even. Okay, so that is your base. Okay, you are then going to stick on the top of that a matte layer of Whisper White, which is 14.3 by 20.5 or 5 5/8 by 8 1/16. Okay. The next layer you are going to need, and I'm working in grey granite, is a grey granite piece, not label, and it is 19.8 by 13.7, or I draw around them first. That's a really good idea, Baz. Morning, Tracy. That's an amazing idea. Okay, have you seen the video of the assembly of them? The other card is going to, yeah, I can't tell you her name, Baz. Tracy Simmons knows who she is. I can't tell you her name, but there you go. So 19.8 by 13.7 centimetres or 7 13/16 by 5 3/8. That's inches, okay? Right, and then your last layer, and we're going to stamp on this layer, okay, is 12.4 by 18.4 centimetres or 4 7/8 by 7 1/4 inches. Okay, so those are your layers. You will also need another layer that is 14.3 by 20.5 centimetres or 5 5/8 by 8 1/16 of an inch, and that is going to go inside your card. Okay, so we'll move all those bits to one side. And I feel I need to show you the card. I'm going to need to work on these. As you can see, I've been doing all sorts. This is your card. This is my wow card for this week. Can you see the layers and the dimension? Okay. So, Pauline, there is fussy cutting. As well as die cutting, there is fussy cutting. And I have used, apart from the grey granite and the whisper white and the heart punch, everything on here is new product that I have used. I have used a new product to create the painted lines. I have used the new stamp. Can you see the gorgeous stamp? Look how gorgeous that is. Can you see it? This is this little stamp that I'd completely overlooked that gives this really delicate extra texture. So beautiful. I'm loving this. These are the Opaque Gems. They've kind of got, they're really faceted. Really beautiful. So that is our card. So I really feel I need to show you how to do this. So these are in the catalogue. Many of us have overlooked them. I know I did. They are, let me see if I can tell you which page they're on very, very quickly. They are our new water brushes or aqua brushes or whatever you want to call them. They are the new ones. Hang on. And they used to be, the ones that we had used to be blue. And they only came in 2 sizes. Not anymore, my friends. Not anymore. Okay. They've got to be here somewhere. Do you know what? Wouldn't it be simple if, oh, they're not water pencils, water paper, water painters, page 147. So they're no longer called aqua brushes, they are called water painters, okay? They are on this page. And I missed them. They're tucked here, just here. They're item number 11. So they're called water painters. Oh, wow. You now have 3 sizes. You have a fine one, a medium one, and a large flat tip brush, okay? So I'm not using it on shimmery white or watercolour paper. I've used it on normal whisper white, okay? So my brush is filled and primed and ready. So I am using this brush. Look at the size of that brush. It is beautiful. So it's primed and ready. It's got its water in it, so I don't want it too wet for a minute. So I'll just sit it there for a minute, okay? So I need my very top layer of my card, and this is the bit we're going to start with first, okay? Because it needs to dry. I've got my ink pad, and in my ink pad, I've kind of squished it together to get this pool of ink here, okay? Tea's going cold, but I needed that. Right, let's move these bits out of the way because I don't want them getting dirty. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I'm not wetting my cardstock first, and I don't want my brush too wet. I've kind of like, I've primed it so it's got water, and it tells you where to push. Okay, it's got water coming through, so you can see it's creating a little bit of a palette for me. Okay, and all I'm going to do, check that's the white layer, is literally draw with my brush. I'm not got a ruler out. I'm not being particularly fussy about the lines. Okay. There's lots of other people doing this, but I'm going to put a photograph onto my blog which will show you why these lines like this really resonate with me. I have a picture of a cow on my wall. She's an original, and she was painted by a Cornish lady, and she has lines like this in every conceivable shade of blue going through to teal behind her, and she's just stunning, and I love her to bits. Her name is Bonnie, actually. So these kind of lines really, really resonate with me. So I'm going to pop that to one side. I'm keeping it upright because I don't want the water leaking out. In fact, I'm going to pop it back in its case. I am intending to keep these in their case, okay? Pop it back in its case and pop it back in my box there so it's stood up. So it's going to dry, okay? I haven't added loads of water, so it is going to dry, okay? All right. Just before I pop that to one side, I'm just going to use my grey granite dauber. And I'm just literally going to go around the edge like this. But do you know what? Because I didn't prime the brush too heavily and it wasn't soaking wet, it's really kind of ready to go. It might help that it's warm and it's not particularly, I say it's warm, it's humid, it's cold, it's close. Does that make sense? I'm in jeans because it's definitely not warm enough to be swanning around in shorts and a t-shirt, but it's grey, it's horrible. Card kind of is in the right colours today. Right, so I'm going to close that like that. I'm just going to pick that up there, tidy up my ink pad, okay? And I'm now going to bring in that tiny little stamp. Oh, it's so sweet. Right, and I kind of did a pattern on this one, but I'm just going to randomly now just, you know, dot them around. It's to give a little bit of texture. There's no right and wrong. Making sure you go off the edges. If you don't go off the edges anywhere, you will find that your pattern and the edge of your cardstock looks really hard. So it is really worth kind of taking your pattern off the cardstock. Okay. So we're just going to have a bit of a random. So there you go. It's random. Oh, there's a bit of a gap there. Okay, so we've got one in there. Right, am I happy with that? It's just a little bit of edges there, look. And perhaps a little bit there. You could go on and on if you wanted. I don't want it to be too much. I'm liking it's just a beautiful texture stamp. I like stamps that give texture to my cardstock. So can you see? It's very delicate, but it is there. I'm hoping you can see it. Picked it up a bit. Can you see? Right, okay, so we're going to pop that to one side now. That's that bit done. So I've used that one. So the next bit that we're going to concentrate on is this. Okay. So I'll tell you what, let's do the heart first. We'll get that bit out of the way. Did I have some? I'm sure I had a bit more scrap paper than that, but that's fine. We'll manage on this bit. So I'm going to get the heart done first. Okay. Oops. Okay. Right, so let's turn that over. And my stamp set is, this one says, my thoughts are with you. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use. So I'm literally inking up my stamp set and I'm just going to pop it straight down and straight up. Okay, now stupidly, yeah, very stupidly, I'm now going to have to cut that because my punch is this punch, is a top loading punch. So if I went to pop it in that way, it's going to be upside down. Okay, so we're just going to snip that like that and like that. Okay, let's pop that to one side so I can then load it properly. So there you go. So that's that image. Pop that bit to one side, close the punch up, and I can pop that one away now before I manage to knock everything else over. So I'm just going to grab my dauber again. Okay, I'm just going to gently add some extra ink all the way around. Okay. Bye guys. Kids are just going out to get Amy a new bulb because the bulb went in her car on her headlights last night on the way home in all that horrible weather, bless her. So they're going to get a bulb for her car. So that's that bit. Okay, we also need, so both of the heart punches, they come as a bundle. They are in the current catalogue. So we need a grey granite heart. Okay, so there's my heart. It's got T on the top of that still. Oh, close that one up. So they're both now popped away. Okay, so there's my grey granite heart. Okay, somewhere I've got a few dimensionals, a very few left. Right, I'm just going to pop this onto my, okay, onto my heart, like that. So going to pop that bit to one side because we need that bit next, or in a minute actually. So next we are going to need three of the gorgeous Peony stamp. Okay, so it's a beautiful stamp. I haven't put my label on the back. It's a cling stamp, which means it comes with a cling label, which the label will stick to your blocks. They always stick. I tend to just use the foam, but that's me. A lot of people like the labels. So I have got this on block E, and I love our blocks because they've got this great groove, which means they're easy to hold, and I never ever let go of my block when I'm stamping, which means I can never knock my stamp and create a ghost image. So I'm just going to ink my stamp up. In fact, I'm going to put my stamp down because it's quite a big stamp, and I'm going to ink all over my stamp. Okay, right, and I'm going to stamp it down straight down. I'm holding my block all the time. I'm not letting go. My block is level. Okay, I'm only putting pressure over the stamp, and I'm bringing it straight up. How gorgeous is that? I love this stamp. I absolutely love this stamp. Can you see? Look at the dimension in that. It's so beautiful. It's a distinctive stamp. It's stunning. The shading, you really get the depth of the rookie error. Have you got the heating on? No, I haven't got the heating on. Looks like I need to get the water pens. Yes. Is this the card you're making? Yes, it's absolutely stunning. So, yeah, rookie error. Right, but there you go. Have I got the heating on? No, I haven't, Baz. So my jeans are not drying very quickly. Wally, you've just joined, my darling, and you need to watch this from the beginning because you know that I may be naturally dark on the outside, but my brains are blonde and fluffy, and I managed to knock my cup of tea everywhere at the start of this beginning. There is laughter everywhere, so please go back and watch the beginning of this at some point because it's going to give you a hoot, my darling. Right, so we're going to need 3 of these for this card. Okay, there's one more bit of stamping to do. So on the inside piece of your card, okay, so I've got my inside piece. We're going to use this one, which is the smaller stamp. So I'm just going to grab my ink pad, okay, ink it up. And then I'm going to just do this in the bottom right-hand corner, okay? And that gives you that. That is so, 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 so beautiful. I'm just going to close my ink pad because I don't need it for a minute, okay? So that's the inside. So that's going to go inside our card. I'm just going to pop it out the way now, okay? Move my stamps. Okay, they're all stacked beautifully. So the next bit that you would do is you are going to fussy cut. Well, you're not going to fussy cut all of it. You're going to do your die cutting. My machine, it's old and clunky and it's large and I can't get it on this desk. So you need 1 grey granite die cut. I have stamped it, but it doesn't need to be stamped. You need 1 grey granite die cut. You need 3 of the peonies, okay? 1 is completely whole. And it's going to go kind of shadowed like this a bit, okay? Because I wanted to make it pop. Then comes the fussy cutting, okay? So you are going to need 2 fussy cut. Okay, let's take that off there. Around here, if I don't talk much, this is because I'm concentrating, and I always feel at this point I should go, oh, I've got some music to put on, but I never have. So we've got 1 of the leaves that we need, okay? We need this one as well. So I'm kind of, if you can hear that, that's not fighting, it's the Frenchies playing. I normally shut them in the kitchen, but the kids in their helpfulness have just left them in the hallway outside. Right, so we want that leaf as well, okay? We want this gorgeous little bud. So I'm just going to go round the edge of this bud. And I didn't really want the sepals. I've kind of left the sepals flat. Check me out with my biology from when I was at school. The sepals are the bit that opens up at the base of the flower. Particularly evident in roses more than anything else. They're those lovely green ones at the bottom. Right, so let's just shape the top of that. So I've got my little bud. Okay, so we've got a whole one. We've got our little bud. We've got 2 of the leaves because I did this leaf and the bud. Okay, so next, still using this one, we want the large flower. We don't want this piece of sepal, okay? So I'm just going to come in with the scissors again. And I'm just going to go round here. And I'm not going exactly on the grey line, okay? I am coming around the edge of it, okay? And I'm letting the scissors do the work. My scissors are staying still, and my paper, if you recall me telling you, is what you move. So I'm moving my paper all the time, not my scissors. My scissors are staying still. Okay, so just don't forget, if you get stuck, you can shoot off at the edge and then come back in with your scissors and restart. You don't have to do it all in one go. Right, let's just tidy that bit up. I'm not happy with that bit. Okay, right, so then we can come in. You kind of really want to get the shape of the very floaty, torn edges, because one of the peony distinctive things is those beautiful, almost torn edges to your flower. Right, okay, so I've now got, let's get rid of that bit because I don't need that bit either. So I've now got that leaf, I've got two large ones, or that flower. I've got my birds, my two leaves, and that flower. Now this is the one, and I kind of use the edge of the paper on this one because I only want this bit. So if you're looking at it, you want this here. We might add that one in this time, and this bit, and this bit, okay? So let's, while we're under the light, let's come in. We're going to come in down like that, look, and we're going to just follow the shape, okay? Just like that. Now, do I take that one? I'm just going to do this one, look, like this. I'm just going to follow the shape carefully and slowly. There's really no rush to do this. You don't have to rush this at all. Slow and steady wins the race. If this was the hare and the tortoise, I'd be being the tortoise on this one, okay? I'm going to turn the paper, look, and take it back into that little bit before bringing it back out to give us that little shape there. Okay? Gently turning the paper all the time, not going particularly fast. Right, I need to take some of this now. I'm going to go in like that and up. There you go. Okay, so I don't want that bit either. So now I don't need this bit. This was to show you how gorgeously it's stamped. Okay. So now I've got all of my bits, okay? So now we can start to assemble our card. Let's pop that to one side. So let's bring in all these bits because we've kind of got them all here now, okay? So we've got our heart, we've got our background which has dried, we've got our inside, and we've got our layers. So let's grab our glue, okay? And the only layer that I have edged with the dauber and grey granite is the top layer. I wanted stark contrast between the other layers because the peony is so delicate. I really kind of wanted this sharp, stark contrast so that the peony would, the delicacy of it would really show. Okay, right, so there's my first layer. So let's grab my grey granite layer. Again, I haven't used the dauber on the edge of this. I kind of wanted to keep it quite stark. Let's bring that one down. Right, before yeah, no, I'm going to do it on the next layer, actually. I'm going to zhuzh this card up even more now, okay? Oh, let's take a vote on it, shall we? To ribbon or not to ribbon. So, if you want ribbon put across here, under here, so if we kind of want, let's find the end of it. If we kind of want, I wonder if we can feed it through. Do we want ribbon or no ribbon? Ribbon hearts. Sad faces, no ribbon. Ribbon hearts, sad faces, no ribbon. Helen Broxer. Hello, Helen. Good morning, darling. Lovely fussy cutting, Pauline. Oh, hang on. So we've got hearts for ribbon. Okay. Okay. Right. We're going with it. Right. Let's just grab a little bit. I'm sure the tear tape will work. Oh, so we're slightly too wide for the tear tape again. So back to my trusty red tape. I have got on order the new Seal Plus, which is our new, it's like tear tape, but on a roll. I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. So I've got my tear tape. So I'm just going to go straight across. Let's line it up on my grid paper, shall we? Okay. And I'm going to do it about there, I think, actually. Right, okay. Oops. There we go. Right, so I don't want all of that. So the Seal Plus is red tape on a roll. It should arrive with me within the next couple of days, and I will then be showing you how to use it. And it's a strong tape, like red tape. And then the Seal is our replacement for Snail. So no more Brian the Snail. I've got Sammy the Seal. So I have got a couple of Brian the Snails left, refills, if anybody wants them, and please give me a yell and I can sell those to you. I won't be using them anymore because obviously I'm going to have Sammy the Seal. So Brian the Snail has retired. He's been called back to the Magic Roundabout. And we've got Sammy the Seal. So take the last bit of tape off, cut my ribbon and pop it round the back. So that's sealed nicely, okay? So that, look at that, that adds another dimension. Right, okay. So next we want some dimensionals. Got a few bits left. As with any craft, in fact, before I stick that on, let's stick this on, shall we? So, got my glue. This one's running out. Okay, got my glue. And we're going to stick this to the front. Now, if you notice, there is a bigger gap. I'll be honest, it was a happy accident to start with, but I really liked it. Normally, I would have all my layers completely uniform, and then I cut it wrong, and I put that on there, and I thought, I really like the extra contrast. It frames what I wanted to be the focal point of my card. So, just going to grab some of these. Where's my snips? I never have any waste. That one will go perfectly down there. That one will go up there. Okay, so. And this bit was the bit I stuck on first. Okay, so I'm going to pop that over my heart just like that. Okay, so that's that one. Brilliant. Right, so the next bits we need to do. Okay, so we've got all our bits here. Let's shove these bits off. So we're going to attach our whole flowers together, but as I said, and they are done with dimensionals, you are offsetting just slightly to give this shadow effect, because I wanted it, if you just put this straight down, it kind of blends in, and it's there, you can see it, but it's not as dramatic, and I wanted it to be dramatic. So cold tea in my Stampin' Up mug. Can you see that, girls? It's in a Stampin' Up mug. So by cutting a layer in the same shape and slightly offsetting it, it doesn't even have to be a huge amount, it's offset, you are going to get that dramatic effect. Okay, so let's just grab some more dimensionals. Is that my dimensionals box? No, that's my dimensionals box. I keep all my dimensionals in a box. Right, let's have a new sheet because we haven't got many on that edge. So I've got in most places, supermarkets, stores, etc. You can get little sets of 3 baskets. I tend to have a few of those around, and I have one where I've got a large pen holder, and it's got it's an old flower pot actually, and it's got like my basic tools in it. But this box holds my glues that I'm using, my all those kind of things. Right, okay, so there's now someone at the door. Bear with me, look at the card, there's no one else in the house, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Right, okay, right, don't dash out the thing. Right, thank you so much. Oh, oh, right, okay. All of that, nothing's for me. Right, okay, out. Mummy's working. Out. Oh my goodness me. Right, sorry. Not any of those parcels were for me, but of course they just ring the doorbell now and leave them on the doorstep. So you kind of have to go and retrieve them. So it's all going on this morning. I'm using my Springer Spaniel mug for my coffee. Good for you, Shirley. Good for you. Right, I love my Stampin' Up mug. Yes, so do I. Love the ribbon on the card. Thank you, Shirley. Right, so back to what we were doing. I'm so confused now. So we're going to attach this one to this one. Where's my edges? It's all going along this morning, isn't it? It's nothing like crafting under pressure, is there? Right, so let's just use some of these bits. That will tuck in there. Right, that edge can go. It's finished with. Okay, right, and again I'm going to snip some edges because I really don't want big bits. Right, let's see if I can use those bits. Right, if you position this correctly and you use an edge bit, you can get the point going up into that little bit and it fits perfectly. Okay, right, so we're now going to be able to pop this onto Am I the only one that finds dimensional tops everywhere? They're in the car. It doesn't matter where I go, I find a dimensional top. But they, but there you go. Right, so we kind of, if I bring this up a bit, this is how I did it yesterday. So I kind of just want to offset it to give a little bit of drama. That's what we had in the house this morning, drama, 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 when I tipped my coffee. Okay, so that's going to give us what we need, okay? And I'm sticking this one down, okay? So, glue on the back. This has got to be the longest live I've ever done. Guys, you must be so bored. I'm so sorry it's so long this morning. Normally I like to keep them about half an hour, but there you go. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm kind of putting both of those bits in between the grey granite and the whisper white bit of my heart. Okay, right, let's stick this down because it's annoying me. So I'm going to stick the inside down. Should have done it first as last, really. There we go. Okay, right, so that's secure inside our card now. All right, so we've got our grey granite layer on. Okay, you can see it's now popping up. It's not disappearing into our card. Let's move those bits out of the way. Right, now the last few bits. We're in the home run, guys. So again, I'm going to use a little bit of my edging. Okay. And I've got my little leaf. Okay. And I'm just going to position it over the top. All right. Again, bigger leaf. We're going to position it over the top. Okay. And then we've got our 2 flowers and our bud. Okay, so let's do the bud. Okay. Pop that on just like that. Okay, so you can see we're already building up all this dimension. Okay, the next layer, and I've put 3 dimensionals on the back of those. Okay. There we go. The next layer. Popping it down. It kind of does take a little bit of time to work out which bit is which, I will be honest. It's going straight over the top of this flower because it's the whole thing, okay? So you've got your stems and this leaf tucked behind are one layer. Then you've got your bud and your leaves and the peony as the next layer. And then the last layer that we're going to put on, okay, is this one. Dimensional backs in my bra. I found them everywhere. Kit, you're not bored at all. Thank God for that. I've not got peonies yet, but I'm going to try this with the magnolias later. It's gorgeous. Tracy, why is the cat wearing your bra? Yeah, Tracy, why is the cat wearing your bra? In the bra attached to the cats. Tracy Boone, why is the cat wearing your bra? What goes on in your house? Right, hang on. So as I said, it takes a while to work it out. Don't rush the process. I find them everywhere, even in the kids' rooms, and they don't even use them. Right, are we kind of there? Is that? Let's just double check. Right, brilliant. So there you go. So you've got your multi-dimensional card, okay? Now with shimmery ribbon, okay? Okay, right, so last but not least, we need to play with these gorgeous gems. So out comes my take a pick tool. Okay, so I've got my putty end. All right, because I just find this easier now. Oh, I've got 5 of those on there. Now, do I pink? Which colour? Okay, right, here we go. Pink is hearts. Clear is thumbs up. And then the white ones are going to be the hug sign, the one that he's hugging the heart. Okay, go. Pink, hearts. White, the thumbs up. Clear, the hugs. Okay, the pinks win it then. Right, so there we go. Right, so again, just random. The only one I'm not doing random is I kind of want that one quite centered there. Okay, if your putty gets wedged, as I've used mine a lot now, so it's due to, there we go, that's better. One down there. Oh, we'll have one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 there. Okay, so remember, as I tell you every time, 3s or 5s, because that's the way our brains work when we are looking at something. We tend to work in 3s or 5s when it is a kind of an image. Right, let's pop the top on the glue. Gosh, there are dimensionals everywhere. Good morning, Catherine. How are you, darling? Okay, right, so we've gone for the pink ones. What about a bit of Wink Stella? Do you reckon, Baz? Right, hang on a minute. I've got one that's fairly... Oh, hang on. Right, shall we try and winky wink? Right, so where are we winky winkying then, Baz? What do you reckon? The flower? Shall we try and winky winky the flower? Let's just check my winky winky is. I'll tell you what, that one is... I've got a couple of really old ones, but... let's go for it, shall we? Right, okay. So, this is a brand new Wink Stella pen. Let's go for it. So, when you get your Wink Stella pen, it comes apart just like that, okay? And you've got this black bit. You don't want that, okay? Because you actually want... Everything is in here. And you want to puncture this with this end, okay? So, we're going to screw it together. Pop the lid off, and I'm going to prime it. I'm just going to give it a squeeze. Shake and a squeeze. There it is. Can you see? It's in there. There we go. Right. Right, okay. Right, so we've got some. Right. So, I tell you what, I'm not going to do the whole lot because I don't want to lose all of this. I just want to add... So where my petals are darkest and I've got this like little bits of shading, I'm just going to add some of this in. Okay, a bit like if you were watercolouring and where you've got shadow. I'm kind of using the bit that I've squirted out. Can you see that bit at the top where I primed it? It's kind of like wasted. I don't like to waste any of this. Okay, right. Let's just add these bits in. I'm tending to use this just like a palette now. Okay. Oops, a bit much there. Oh, blobbed. Oh, blobbed. There we go. Hang on. Do not want blobs. Right, so there we go. Right. Bit down there. Don't want to do overkill on this. Okay, just in these bits. Perhaps a bit down here. Bases of this. Kind of there. Let's take that bit. Okay. And really lightly now, just picking this up and kind of doing, and following the veins on the leaves that they've put in. Okay. I reckon my veins have got glitter running through them. I never know, because if I have to have a blood test, they have tremendous trouble finding it. I don't have any blood in my left arm. That's the one they normally try and take it from. And I keep saying to them, I don't know why, because there's nothing in that one. Right, let's just shadow that bit down. And let's not forget this poor little leaf that's sat down here on its own. Okay, I'm just going to add some shine in there, look, and around the edge of that one. Could keep going with this, but I don't want to overkill it. I don't want to lose the actual, that bit there, look, needs a bit. Okay, every time I turn it around in the light, I'm like, oh, that bit needs, right. Okay, we're done with the Winky Winky. Okay, so let's get rid of the dimensionals. Flower and bud. Okay, so this is the one without the Winky Winky. Okay, and with the opaque gems. This, oh wow, can you see that? You see that? Look at that. This is the one with the flower and the gems and the Winky Winky. Okay, so those, let's move the rubbish, get everything off the side. Those are, I'm going to cover that up, I don't want to get it on my card. Right, hang on. Okay, let's, do you know what, I've got to get rid of this piece of paper because I just don't want that Winky Stella on the card. Right, there we go. Sorry, because that was probably a horrible, horrible noise. So what do you think? Are we loving the Wink of Stella on that? Can you see it? Is it really, is it showing that it's shiny? Is that extra? Hang on, let's turn this light off a minute, this little one that helped me when I was working. Find an off switch. Right. Can you now see on my, can you see that shine? Let's see if you can see that. You're a bit behind me, so I'm kind of like, there's a delay. I don't know if anybody else has ever done this. Careful of wet Wink of Stella. Yeah, Baz, it kind of spreads, doesn't it? Wet Wink of Stella. Blood full of dimensionals. No, Trace, it's definitely glitter. I've got glitter in my blood. So those are the two. I'm really, really, really pleased with that. Right, I'm going to turn you around and back up, okay? And I'm going to try not to cut you off as I did the other night. So let's go. I'm going to turn you around now, like that. And then I'm going to bring you back up. Hi. So, apologies for chucking a cup of tea. I feel a bit guilty about that. For chucking the cup of tea. Apologies for it all going wrong if it can. Apologies for the postman at the door. Yeah, what a morning, eh? And apologies, this has been an hour. And I have to say, I have really loved spending this hour with you guys. Just in case you hadn't guessed, the peony set is not going away today. So there are going to be lots more projects coming your way with the Wink of Stella. I am going to be doing an attitude of gratitude frame with the peony. I want a piece for my bedroom. It's beautiful. This is what I've been waiting for. So I am going to be doing the spotlight technique with this as well. So that's my 2 cards. Hello, you can see the cow. Yeah, hang on, let's see if I can turn you around. So can you see, this is Bonnie. I don't know how much you can see of her. It's massive and beautiful. Yeah, she is, isn't she? She is about 4 foot square. And she was bought from a gallery in Weybridge in Cornwall. Tiny little gallery, I can't even remember the name of it now. It's along the Platte. So if you go into Weybridge and you go over the bridge and you turn left, I don't know if the gallery's still even there, and you drive along the Platte, it's a tiny gallery past the co-op. Past the co-op, I think it's opposite a pub, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it's there and it's beautiful. And her name is Bonnie, and the lady does, each one is individual, and they are cows that are at the bottom of her garden in a field. So her name is genuinely Bonnie, and I happen to think she's a bit gorgeous. So she is very inspirational, especially the colours. I didn't want seascapes on my wall when I lived in Cornwall, so that was what I had. So it's been lovely seeing you all again today. I hope you've really enjoyed that. I really enjoy it when we kind of have a vote and we come up with something a bit different. So that's the plain one, okay? And that's the winky winky one. So I'm kind of loving both of those. They are amazing. Thanks guys for joining me this morning. I will be back on Saturday morning. I'm probably going to do Saturday morning. I'm going to aim to do 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings so that I can do sort of 10 to 11, and then if I've got other stuff I can go out and do it. So my lives will now be Mondays at 11, Thursdays at 11, and probably Saturdays at 10, okay? And then obviously my blog posts on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm going to be doing a Sunday post as well. Okay, so I will catch you all soon. Don't forget, if you haven't joined my team, that Peony Bundle is just waiting to go on your demonstrator sign up order, along with the World of Good. To be quite honest, they're amazing, and they give you male and female cards for a very long time. If you want to order from me, please get in touch and I'm happy to help you do that. If you haven't got a catalogue and you would like a catalogue, please get in touch and I will send you a catalogue. Right guys, have an awesome day. I am off to make another cup of tea and I'm going to sit and play with the Peony Bundle a bit more. Hugs, happy crafting, and I will see you all soon. Let's see if I can turn this off. This is good. I have to look behind to see if I can turn it off. Oops. Oh, can't find the button. Can't find the button. Bear with me. Where's the button gone?